So I'm curious, so after the game against Oklahoma State, you and the group kind of got into a huddle there for a second and you were talking to them. Do you mind sharing with us what you were saying?
I don't even know if I can remember, to be honest, but I mean, I know that I obviously praised their effort to be able to get back into the game and to be able to give themselves a chance to win. But I also, I'm sure I re-emphasized too that, we've got to play like that for 40 minutes and particularly just with the urgency and the aggressiveness that we played with in the fourth.
Yeah, so kind of getting away from the serious stuff. So I'm just curious, do you have any maybe like, excuse me, pregame rituals, like any like fun things that you have to do before a game?
Not really. The night before a game, I'm pretty chill, and I kind of need to be by myself a little bit and to just be in my thoughts and, settle the nerves, whatever it might be, go through the game plan again. And then on game day, it's I don't really have any necessarily rituals per se. I think it's just routine. I think it's how our shoot around goes. It's when our pregame meal is. It's I when I start getting ready for the game and walking through the game plan again, that type of thing. I think it's more just routine.
Yeah, and then another kind of fun question: would you say that you are superstitious?
I am not as superstitious as Planette Pearson is. Let me say that. She is pretty superstitious, but I'm not really. I do think there's some things when you get some things that work. Sometimes you'll go, oh, maybe I need to have that again for breakfast, or maybe I need to, do my hair that way or whatever. But I don't necessarily have any particular superstitions. No,
Okay.
I'm not really that much fun. I'm sorry.
I think it's
I'm not
probably
quirky.
better.
I'm not quirky. Yeah.
Crazy superstitious. So honestly, it's kind of nice to hear.
That's
the
funny.
opposite.
Yeah.
Coach, just going up into Kansas and Colorado away games, what stands out to you as you just gear up first?
Obviously it's really difficult to win on the road in the Big 12. It's difficult to win, period, in the Big 12. So I think just our mindsets of understanding that it's a business trip and to really focus in on what our game plan is and to know that, you're not going to get as many calls on the road. You're going to face hostile environments. It really is about your team and what you're made of and how you can stick together. So it's just an opportunity for us to try to go get, try to go steal 2 wins.
You just said it yourself, Big 12 basketball is never easy, especially on the road. What's something you've seen just from previous conference games that, the team needs to improve on as moving forward?
Yeah, I think they just have to understand that they have to just be that much more aggressive to be able to get to the foul line, and that has to be a key part of our offensive production. Because you're not going to get as many benefits of the doubt. But then you also have to really adjust to the officiating early on defense, or we'll get in foul trouble because, you do seem to send other people to the line more at home. So I think just little things like that, obviously sticking together. Our huddles have to be better and tighter when we're on the road, just so that we can really stay in one accord.
Just going back to the free throws, Kansas ranks number 2 in free throws, in free throw attempts, my bad. Is there more emphasis on playing disciplined defense while trying to maintain consistent pressure?
Yeah, no doubt. We definitely have to be able to disrupt them and get some turnovers because that's part of our offensive production. But at the same time, Samaya Nichols is the best in the nation at getting to the free throw line, so we cannot give them free points. So we're going to have to do a really good job of defending them outside of the paint and not letting them get to the paint, because if they get there, I told this team today, she scores or gets fouled if she's in the paint every single time.
Just like you said, Samaya was number 1 free throw shooter in the nation and number 2 in the conference in points scored. Just after the Oklahoma State game in that press conference post-game, you mentioned that the team needs to prepare better for individual scoring. After Staley hurt, what's kind of like the plan to kind of minimize Nichols'
Yeah, she's going to draw a lot of attention, right? So did Hurd, but you have to kind of pick your poison too, because just like Oklahoma State, Kansas can really shoot the 3 ball. And so, do you want to give up 3s or do you want to give up 2s? You've got to decide, or which one are you willing to try to defend more. And so, obviously, we've got to, Samaya Nichols is their engine, and how she goes is how they play. So we've got to make her have to work for everything. If we can get the ball out of her hands more often than not, that certainly is going to help us. But then our kids are going to have to guard their own if they're not, if we try to double Samaya, whatever it is we try to do, we can't let another kid go off and have a career night. So we've got to have some really great individual defense on the rest of her supporting cast.
And just amidst the 1-3 conference for the start, are you taking a different approach to this week, considering you get 2 road games?
No. We are still super, adamant in film. We're super focused on understanding what our game plan is, and getting to our routine, getting in their gym and shooting. It's just a mindset. We've got to go in and be ready for battle.
Good.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Safe